separate series in a row where they can try and qualify. Here we go, game number 1 underway. Turbo Pulsar. Well, he almost managed to immediately starts off with a goal as we get underway here in Urban Central.
Yeah, it's all about a good start for PK. This is something you always hear in Rocket League Cast and Rocket League matches. The underdog team especially, in a case like this where you're playing against such a consistent team in EnVy, the team who just always do what they need to do against the lower rated teams, you've got to start well. And you know, I'm looking particularly at Kinsey to be that playmaker. He is a very talented player, very fast and extremely mechanical. And yeah, PK will need him to be playing his best today, just providing the team with the chances that they need to hang with the superior EnVy lineup. What a shot from Atomic to kick things off. And there was shenanigans at the goal line as well.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on Mist the entire way. He leaves to go and do what he wants to do. When the camera comes back, well, the damage has already been done. Mist just goes hunting for goalkeepers. And EnVy have become a lot more no-nonsense as time's gone by. Originally very happy to hold 2 players behind the ball, 1 player trying to play it, but for the last few weeks, they have been much more terrifying with what they will do with the players off the ball.
You know, it is quite interesting seeing EnVy's relative success so far this year. They've been, you know, easily a top 4 team from the start of this season. And that's without Atomic being a world beater. This guy was the one of the team that everybody expected to be one of the top players in the world, one of the top players in North America, certainly. But it's, you know, Mist has been the true shining light of this team so far. If Atomic can bring out that ability that we all know he is capable of, if he can play to that level that we all know he's capable of, then this team could, I think, very well be the best team in NA. It's just a matter of when Atomic will bring that kind of play to the table. Good shot to start off with this game, so that's promising for him.
Yeah, it certainly is the case when it comes to Atomic of, we know what he's capable of, but can he do it consistently? And my big question about him is, can he do it when the pressure is fully on? You know, maybe not necessarily when it's, you've got the sort of the safety net that we have during these Swiss tournaments, but maybe on that Championship Sunday. Yeah. Is when I want to see it most specifically. Is that's going to go fast side, and Rodoko, we'll talk about no nonsense earlier on. He found the bottom corner, no problem whatsoever.
What a play by ZPS. He's air dribbled that to the back wall and then played it off the same back wall to Rodoko. Perfect pass. And Rodoko snipes the bottom corner with ease. That's the kind of playmaking that PK are going to need to produce. Very difficult to read plays. You know, they've definitely got the mechanical ability, but the intelligence, the finesse is really, in my opinion, where they need to focus on today. And if they can keep producing things like that, then that's very promising, because that wasn't even a Kinsey play. That was ZPS stepping up huge. You know, he's getting better and better as this year goes on, certainly.
ZPS probably, you know, for a lot of people, these names might be less familiar, but ZPS, even for some of the hardcores out there, might not necessarily be as familiar with him. Still making his name off the backboard. Rodoko will want to see himself do better with that in the future, because they have got away with it. Team EnVy, so many players back because they weren't expecting to get the chance.
Yes, a bit careless of both teams. You know, PK for letting that ball bounce across the box uncontested, but EnVy for not having somebody there to score it. It looked pretty free to me. Atomic will get the clear, barely. Yeah, where were EnVy? Where were the supporting players? Maybe Boost was a problem for them. They weren't just able to get there in time. I'm loving the aggression in the goal line from Mist, though. This is a consistent thing, but oh dear, what on earth is that? Atomic passes to Rodoko. He totally missed it. It's that clear. And Rodoko gets his 2nd goal of the game.
All right, Johnny, here's usually where you take the analysis, but I think I've got this one. They passed it to him, and you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
I'm getting better every day, lads.
So that's top quality. That's why we pay you the big bucks, man. No more Shogun play-by-play. Get him on the analyst desk.
Yeah.
Break down all the plays for us.
We need just top 5 plays, but said in the most lazy way possible.
The top 5 worst plays, maybe.
No,
plays.
We have you hype up all of the really bad plays.
Oh, I can do that.
I will play down the really good ones.
We could definitely do that. That's right up both of our streets. And now, let's see what BK can do with this. You know, they worked hard they earned the first goal of this game. They were gifted the second one. Extremely careless by Atomic. You know, he did make a big play to get the goal for EnVy earlier in the match, but what a letdown that he's just given away the second one right back to their opponents. But like I said, it's all about what PK are going to do with this. They've been gifted a lead. Now, they've just got to try and hold on to it. Turbo's running ahead to ZPS. ZPS dodges him and gets a challenge on the ball. He's having a great game, ZPS. He's very involved, and that's almost another goal for him. A poor clear for EnVy. Another poor clear for EnVy, but it goes past Rodoko. EnVy will get away with that one and get a chance at the other end, but man, they've definitely been asking for it this game. They've been asking for trouble.
Yeah, they've not got difficulty modes in this game, but apparently they've gone for hard so far. ZPS and Rodoko clatter into each other. They've got away with it. Atomic moves in. An awful shot from him. He'll definitely want to see better from himself in the next game, but he's still got 30 seconds to turn this around. Missed first touch. Just drops it straight to Rodoko. Turbo can't make anything of it. Now Atomic, way over to Turbo. He's not going to have any extra support. It's a fantastic midfield interception. Huge demo on the back line. Kinsey's going to hold himself around, and now 10 seconds away. It looks like it could be a game stall, and ZPS is through. He's got the goal. Brace for ZPS. And that is Team EnVy at their worst. I've never seen this before from them.
Yeah, just a couple of key moments, really. You know, ZPS making a big play on the back wall to set up Rodoko for the initial shot. That was well played. But Atomic, what a disappointing game from him. He'll be devastated if the series continues to go like this game has. I mean, just adding insult to injury now. But yeah, I mean, we saw Atomic just completely miss-hitting a clear and then also miss-hitting a shot that could have, I think, been a decent opportunity for him earlier on as well in the game. And yeah, overall, what a weird game from the one player that we brought up earlier, the one that we expected to be the standout player for this team. He was a standout player for EnVy this game, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, usually turn around here and say, well, they didn't really got going and they definitely didn't start firing, but there was backfires, if anything, for Team EnVy. The Knights will be very happy. Leaf will be very happy. And Atomic will be pretty miserable coming out of this. Pretty simple, really, Johnny. Clean it up. It's not really much else to be said because, well, this isn't how Team EnVy ever envisages themselves playing.
Yeah, this is a really weird game, certainly. I mean, yeah, Atomic all season hasn't been making the big splashes that we expected him to make. But you do still think he'll hit the ball cleanly. Like, if nothing else, I think his power shots are usually pretty consistent. But just completely fluffed a clear and then later in the game fluffed a shot. I'm just looking to see him just start hitting the ball properly in this next game. Let's see what EnVy have got in store for them. Oh, missed with another double.
Oh,
you
God,
can't let him miss.
again.
You can't let him double touch. He will not miss any of these this season. Beautiful angle. Oh dear, Rodoko. I think he could have hit that. I think he could have cleared it, could have intercepted it in some way.
Calling for it right now. I want to miss the double tap montage by the end of the season. Somebody get on that. You've already got at least a minute's worth of footage out of him.
Oh, well more, yeah, certainly.
Rodoko trying to get themselves going. It's very much like how we started the last one, but Turbo almost got himself in a bit of hassle. And now, not KCP, it's actually... I'm still very much used to last week. Pittsburgh Knights putting decent pressure on. Yeah, still EnVy. I don't know what's going on anymore. They're just missing everything.
I don't think they've woken up yet. That's the problem. Somebody get the double espresso. 3 of them. EnVy need... Well, actually, Mist, I guess, he's hit a double touch this game, so he probably doesn't need one.
You can still give 2 of those to Atomic, I think.
Yeah, give a couple of double espressos to Atomic and the one to Turbo. Turbo always wants a double espresso. Oh, missed the own gold! Never mind, take it back. One espresso for everybody, please. Instant. We need the... Oh, dear. We need that delivery to come through sooner rather than later. EnVy continue to struggle. They're their own worst enemies in this game.
Again, take the lead, and again, they drop it. It's following a little bit of a pattern here. Pittsburgh Knights, you said, Johnny, that they wanted to come out swinging.
I didn't think they would take a game.
They've sat still, they've turtled up, they've put the guard up, and, well, Team EnVy have punched themselves in the face, really.
Yeah, why are they hitting themselves? That's what PK are asking. That's another 50-50 gone wrong for Mist, but EnVy just have to calm down a little bit, you know? If they're not going to boom the ball clear, then maybe just take it under control. I really do think that they've got the mechanical advantage here, whether it be in the air or on the ground. I think they've got the edge in both battles. So, yeah, EnVy just need to take a deep breath, settle down, and do what they're supposed to do. I'm still pretty confident that they will. I know that they've got it in them to bounce back from situations like this. That's the boost miss in the corner from Mist. He's in a bit of trouble here. Tries to stay with it. Atomic will actually let that one go by to go to Turbo. Now it's a full-on counter-attack. Atomic to top corner. What a save by Kinsey. Beautiful stop to keep this game level.
I was really certain that was going to end. Kinsey looked like he tried to fake the first challenge, and that was what put him in no man's land. Instead, able to miraculously keep it out. Still 1-1. ZPS would like to see to it that it goes to 2-1, but Mist finds what was a very difficult route to get the block. Turbo wants to get to Atomic. Backboard one more time. And yeah, do not be surprised if PK just keeps someone constantly on that backboard after seeing what Mist has been capable of these last few weeks. Good boost steal, though. ZPS was hunting for a few more players. That really has put them into a bad spot. ZPS takes out Turbo, but the follow-up shot in a little bit too late.
I love that pinch off the ceiling for Adoko. Very few ways that he could play that ball into a dangerous position, but he managed to find one, and it was a pretty risky position for EnVy to be in. Luckily, the center ball ended up on the wrong side of the attacking player, so they've hung on, and they continue to do so. But PK are the team who are constantly attacking here. Turbo's in a bit of a rough position now. It's into the ceiling. ZPS to Adoko to the top corner. Mist will block it. Continued pressure for PK. It's a complete role reversal from what we expected.
Well, they've taken the mistakes from the last game, and they've now started to roll with it on PK. They're holding pressure well. They've just got to find these follow-ups. Doing a good job of intercepting the ball, but they need somebody around that can do something with it afterwards. Atomic takes the wall, instantly shut down by ZPS. He has been all over the field. Easily my MVP so far of this series. Does he like to come in? Turbo clears. No one on the right-hand side, actually, for Rodoko finally getting over. So only brief reprieves for Team EnVy before they're put right back into the defensive side of the field. ZPS back on. Mist looks to follow. They're going to need something big out of him here. Wants the challenge. Eventually gets it. It's something good, actually, for Turbo, but he's there far too late. So far, Pittsburgh Knights have had a transition on them a few times, but they're instantly putting it back into the blue side of the field.
You know, this game, apart from the slight mispositioning from Mist in defense, which resulted in the own goal, it's been a very similar game for EnVy to most of the games this season, and that is Mist just carrying. He's the only player who's been able to consistently outplay PK players, get the ball past them. Oh, nice mind game actually by Atomic. Just we're talking about outplays. That was smart by him. Yeah, it's overall been a really impressive display by Mist. His consistency that he's brought to the top level of competition this year continues to impress. But where are Atomic and Turbo? When are they going to step up? When are they going to get involved? When are they going to start making big plays as well?
Kinsey shadows, couldn't get any further. Turbo getting harassed by Kinsey, but he's still going the whole way.
Oh!
And it's in! You asked for it, Johnny, and Turbo delivers.
Beautiful. What control by Turbo. He had pretty much a PK player side by side with him, but he still kept ball control under all that pressure. And he took his time, found the flick as well. That is exactly, like I said, what we've been waiting for. Somebody whose name doesn't start with an M, making a play for EnVy. And surely, yes, it will be the goal that ties up the series. Atomic immediately left the lobby after that. I'm hoping that he's going to come back in a rectangular vehicle with a new hitbox. We'll have to wait and see.
I'm actually a fan of it now.
100%. I think it would be a great idea. You know, Atomic, if anything, we've got to get some inspiration, you know. Last season, Atomic was being discussed as maybe being the most mechanical player in NA. You know, right up there with Justin. But this season, not so much. He's not even the most mechanical player in his team with how well Mist has been playing. So, come on, Atomic. Bring out the mark. Let's see if that is the solution to his, I'm going to call it a slump, you know? I think that's what's happening to him right now.
I don't know if the Merc is going to necessarily sort out the mechanical side from what I've seen from players using it lately, but what it will sort out is the distinct lack of power we have been seeing, because the Merc could be stood completely still, the ball could roll into it, and the ball is going to the other side of the field.
Yeah, certainly.
One of those sort of cars, and I had the chance to watch Foe with it just last night, and he was, he was getting some power on those hits.
Astral as well. A couple of EU players playing the Mark. I'm not surprised to see a lack of Mark being played this weekend in NA, just as a result of the hitbox patch dropping in the middle of a regional event, or between two regional weekends, which are part of the same event. You know, maybe between this and next event, which is starting off in 2 weeks' time, we'll see a few more Marks taken to the field. I hope so. I really rate it. I think it's a good thing for players to explore. But we do have Octane Atomic, no Mark today. At least not yet. Disappointing. Everybody get tweeting Atomic on Twitter, tell him that he brought the wrong car. You misclicked.
Whenever we get a new car out, I just instantly think, all right, we're going to get another Chaussette weekend, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
What he did with the Fennec. I always get very excited for it. Missed, actually. Might be excited to find Turbo. Managed to shut that one down very quick. It's been better so far from Team EnVy, much cleaner so. But Kinsey would like to get something from this. Mist automatically gets the block. PK have held their own here very well. Has to be said, is Rodoko unable to squeeze the ball past Atomic.
Yeah, PK have done what they need to do to stay competitive in this matchup. However, EnVy are nowhere near their best. This is far from the top tier EnVy you're going to see this weekend. So in that sense, PK need to also step things up if they are going to be competitive. You know, be a team that are in the conversation for making a deep run on the final day tomorrow.
Turbo off the ceiling. Nobody on that side until Atomic will cut the rotation to move in. Block from Rodoko, but he's going to need some help from his teammates here as it drops down to Atomic one more time off the backboard. Both players went, and it is Atomic's to finish off. Great baiting first hit, and he can finish it off second time round.
Yeah, perfect pass by Turbo, and that is composure by Atomic. Really well done. No jump, no dodge, as he pops the ball into the back wall. He knew that the defense would be expecting him to shoot with the first touch, so he doesn't. He actually passes himself off the crossbar. Very clever. And the placement on the follow-up shot was perfect as well.
Here comes Mist. The bump from Turbo to give him a little bit of space. And for the third game in a row, we have seen Team EnVy go up. Now will we see them have a bit of a calamity immediately following it? From what I've seen so far this game, not quite, although Atomic will want to make contact with the ball next time. Rodoko, great flip reset. I don't think he actually got it. Certainly was trying. And now they've suddenly turned it into a bit of a competition. Neither of them, though, able to do it just yet. Rodoko staving off the pressure from Turbo.
Uh-oh.
Booming clear, but Mist all the way back.
Yeah, Mist is still by far the most involved player for EnVy. The PK just can't get the ball past him. Every time that they try to center it, Mist is there. Every time they try and knock it off the backboard, Mist is there. Whenever they shoot, he's there. Just top quality positioning from him. He's playing like he's doing the role that Turbo was expected to be making in this team. Turbo's had a career where he's so well known for just always being in the right place. He's the glue that holds his teams together. But right now, Mist is not only the glue that holds the team together, but he's also the mechanics that are allowing them to pop off. He's doing everything for this team. Like, what a player he is. Easily, for me, top 5 in NA right now, and not a difficult decision to make.
Mist just seems like he's taken what he did on his old team and just advanced it, if not continued to be that holding player that they've often seen. Kinsey up. He's got past one, and Mist is in a bit of trouble.
Nah, Mist is totally fine, Shogun. He's got it under control.
Look, Mist scores on Mist, nobody else gets to.
He's doing such a good job this series. So solid. I mean, the one goal, the own goal, which I have to say with quotation marks, because it wasn't really an own goal. I think it was already going in, but he just slightly mispositioned so that he couldn't clear the ball, or at least attempt to save it. Apart from that, he's played almost perfectly this series. Incredible solo effort to keep EnVy in the lead here, to keep them in the favored position moving forwards. And yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on him right now. Everywhere that PK tried to send the ball through the defense, that Mist is going to be there stopping them from doing so.
And this time it is Atomic required. Over to Mist. She wants to try and power that off the backboard. And it is no nonsense this time from Rodoko. 30 seconds for Pittsburgh Knights to somehow get themselves back in this game. Otherwise, they're going to hand it over 2 match points to Team EnVy. And it has been a misfiring Team EnVy so far. Can get much better than this. Missed again. Short for time. 2 players out.
Why?
Purely for him. And that is so much time wasted. Kinsey won't be able to get to it. So it's up to ZPS to give them one final chance, and Rodoko was out of position, couldn't run onto the shot.
They just can't get it past him, Shogun. Mist is a wall. And PK have no idea how to get the ball past him. They're trying every angle. They're trying to, play 50-50s in the corner. They're trying to go high to the backboard. They're trying to dribble him. Nothing is working. 50-50s are going in his favor. I am so impressed with how well Mist has played in this series. You know, the one goal that got EnVy this win was a beautiful play from Turbo and Atomic as well. Don't get me wrong. They're the two players who made the goal happen, which has won them the game. Great vision by Turbo to pass infield. You know, composure from Atomic to pass to himself off the back wall and find the bottom corner. But Mist, for the entire rest of the game, was the one player that separated these two teams and completely nullified this PK offense.
Yeah, Mist is having this sort of performance right now that if you got to watch this series on maybe a highlight package, you wouldn't really get to figure out just how well he's playing at the moment. You've got to be here at the live moment just to see it. And there we go, 2 match points. Maybe Turbo Pulsar can give them the lead to take them one step closer to going 2-0 on the day.
Oh, it's a huge dunk by Turbo. Kinsey didn't read it too well. You know, obviously he wants to play that ball to either defensive corner. He just wants to get goal side of it and deflect the shot that he knows is coming. But he flew a bit too high and ended up leaving himself exposed to the under dunk that Turbo was, of course, going to go for. So once again, Turbo making himself useful in the offensive end. Let's see if they can just hold on to another 1-goal lead.
Quick update as well from our E-League stream is that KCP have continued their fantastic run of form from last week, where second as Atomic goes for the fake out, and that is fantastic.
Atomic's mind games have been something else today. Last game, he completely fooled the 2 defenders into thinking he was shooting when he was actually backboarding a pass to himself. Now he gets the ball past 2 defenders, faking a flip reset, and then also faking an early aerial shot. That's unbelievable control of the situation. Great spacing as well. Gave the defenders no chance.
And if you're Team EnVy, and there's any fans of Team EnVy, probably the one player you want to see a big play from already. Just to get him going ahead of what is looking very likely to be 3 qualifying attempts. Gibbs mentioned it earlier on, just how important seeding is. Higher the seed, the easier the match. There was nothing easy about that shot for Rodoko.
Yeah, great read by Rodoko. The third man was demoed out the play, so that's why the net was wide open. It's good off the ball work from PK to make that possible. But even though it was an open net, it was a tough one. Well dealt with by Rodoko, bringing them back within 1. But still, it seems like they're fighting a losing battle, PK, unless they can demo Mist out of defense. He's just stopping everything that they tried to put past him.
Backboard is covered. Rodoko pops it up, and Atomic's going to be very happy to take advantage of that. Team EnVy seem to have switched it back on now. Smothering this offensive line. So that's going to pop out one more time. Nobody around for Team EnVy. Keep the pressure going. Instead, they allow them to move midfield and take it straight back over. Missed 19 boost. Takes his time. Back down. ZPS is the only lad back who's just swarmed by blue cars. Here goes Mist. One more double tap. Can't get it in. And that is going to pull the ratio down a little bit. But it's already a fantastic ratio heading into this one.
Yeah, maybe Mist decided to hit that one off target because the top corner was well defended there. And he knows that there's probably no point in shooting that one straight at the goalkeeper. He's waiting for you to do so. Went for the backboard instead. Perhaps, maybe he went for the shot and just accuracy let him down for once. Atomic on the wrong side of that ball does get a good deflection to pop the ball high into the corner. Now Turbo's there, and the whole squad's back for EnVy once again. A very well-rounded game for them. Games 2 and 3 were mostly Mist just doing everything for them, preventing PK from getting anything going in offense. But this has been a more full team display for EnVy, and they're going to need that later on in the day. I don't think they need all 3 of their players to show up to the highest possible of their potential ability to beat PK, but they will if they run into a G2 or even an NRG, Space Station on a comeback trail. Although actually they've already played Space Station today, but you know, KCP maybe. Gotta have all three players playing well to win that kind of series.
Yeah, the potential teams they would face would be the KCP, who have already qualified, NRG or G2, who we've got next on stream, or Rogue and Xset, who will be over on the E-League stream soon enough. So I think for most people, they'll be very happy with how that sounds. Kinsey's still back. Atomic's got nothing, and they're just trying to walk the ball in, and it almost worked.
Turbo just annihilating the defense. He sent one player flying and then demos the second one. But unfortunately, having a no-boost dribble on the go takes so long to reach the net that Turbo's efforts were really unfruitful in the end. But still, though, EnVy looked pretty comfortable here. PK needs something special if they're going to come back here. We saw some, you know, great work off the ball earlier on, leaving the net open for Ridoko's double touch. But can they reproduce something of that effect?
Atomic gets a little bit of a touch. Here comes Ridoko off the backboard. He needs his teammate. He's got his teammate. Kinsey ties us up.
Really well played by Kinsey and Ridoko. You know, indecision in defense for EnVy. Turbo and Mist, you know, they both had a little bit of boost to play with. They weren't totally starved in that play, but maybe miscommunication. Maybe they just couldn't find a way to intercept that pass. You would expect one of them to be able to block Ridoko's first hit there, and they weren't able to do it. Well played to PK.
I really want to pull attention as well to the Team EnVy kickoff so far. They have done so well on the wins. Not only that, but Turbo always on the cheat up. If he can't get the ball, he's always taking the player out, so he's slowing the pace of the game down if he can't get an offensive play. It's Atomic. Well, he's got another great mind game. He's unleashed Mist off the backboard. That's going to go. He wants to follow, and he ends up whiffing. Turbo over to Mist. I think ZPS did not know he was there. Got there just in time, though. Off the backboard one more time, and Mist and Turbo all the way behind the halfway.
Yeah, it looks like EnVy are going to play this one out quite safely. That was the position where it would have been quite acceptable to attack early.
Oh, no
Turbo
way.
at the back pass. It's actually going to reach Atomic. And it's a great passing play all around by the full team of EnVy. Ridoko flipped on the goal line. I think he was afraid that Turbo was coming in to try and demo him. And that is the pressure that Turbo has been exerting all game, taking effect, scaring a defender just because he's near him and allowing him to make a pass that could not be defended. Is that going to be 4-2? Turbo denied by Ridoko. PK needs something late.
Yeah, this is going to be their last chance at this. ZPS went for the flip too late. Atomic scores, and ZPS needed to be more proactive.
Yeah, it looks like everybody was making a run on the far side. We had both Ridoko and Kinsey pressing to try and give ZPS an option on the other side of the field to pass to, but that's what happens when you're trailing by one late in a game that you need to win and you press for that equalizer. You might just double up the other team's lead. Well done overall from EnVy today. They've done enough. PK have had their moments, but you can see there's a clear difference in skill between these two teams. And, you know, in the middle of this series, what a performance by Mist. Games 2 and 3 were outstanding from him, and that, you know, gave EnVy the confidence to step up as a whole going into the final 2 games of the series, which ended up being just the final 1 game off the back of a hat trick from Atomic.
Yeah, it really was him that righted the ship for Team EnVy because they were all over the place, especially in game 2. But Mist came to Aquadome to play. He was untouchable throughout that game and onwards. So a lot of this has got to look towards Team EnVy, and they'll be very happy that off his performances, the whole team looked a lot better heading into game number 4. But when we come back, it's NRG versus G2. Only one of these teams is going to go 2-0. The other team is heading down to 1-1.